just run it. What's going on, guys?
Justin, how did you assess the defense coming into this first game? You feel you guys are ready for the lights will be on, but obviously the first game.
Yeah.
How would you assess everything?
Guys are hungry, you know, and one of the best things about this defense is the intelligence level. The IQ level across the board is very high. Guys are bought in, and that's given us the opportunity to be very multiple. Now, obviously, in preseason, we're not going to be exposing our whole deck of cards. But guys are excited to play, and I'm excited to be able to line up against somebody wearing a different colored jersey than I am for once.
Just how does it feel, like you said, finally see an opponent, but you also know you can't really do what you will eventually do in September? Can you describe just the feeling?
Yeah, it's bare bones football. We know what you're going to do. You know what we're going to do. Let's line up and let's do it and see, test the wheels. You know what I mean? Let's see what your true skill set is before we get into the game planning and, make it hard. So that's what this is about. It's about giving guys the opportunity to show what they got, and some guys earning some roster spots.
Justin, think back to your rookie year. What was that first preseason game like for you? What do you remember about that game?
The first preseason game was here in Kansas City, and my first snap was against Travis Kelce. Yeah, I won't ever forget that. He had ran a curl route. That was the way they opened up the game. But it's exciting, man. It's your first time to put on a jersey. Even for the rookies that's coming in this year, the first time to strap up and actually put on the game uniform. It's going to be an unbelievable feeling for them, and I'm excited for them. I'm excited to go out there myself, and I'm excited to watch those guys go play.
Was Pat the QB or was that Alex Smith?
Tough to remember. I don't exactly remember if Pat was a QB or not. He might have been. I think he only did the first drive, and he was done. Yeah.
How are those reps against Travis Kelce? You go back to your first game with Travis Kelce. How is it now? Just the same thing?
The same guy. I mean, the guy is just extremely talented. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want any tight end in the league to go against. I wouldn't want any other tight end in the league to go against day in and day out, because we're just making each other better. Yeah.
Any particular message for the young players? You got all these, rookie defensive backs.
Yeah, go.
Particular message? Just
go. Don't be afraid to make a mistake. The game plan will be simple. Their game plan will be simple. Ours will be simple. You're going to know what to do. Go out and show what you got. Go make a play.
Justin, Patrick talked about getting that first hit. How excited are you to just be able to get out there after a little while off and get that first hit and get some?
Yeah. Shoot, man. That's what real football is. These X's and O's, drawing up and doing the 7-on-7 is great, and they all have to play a great role. It's a whole different ball game when you start adding in the physicality and you start testing the man's will and to line up against you every snap. So it's going to be exciting.
We've seen Joshua Williams, Jalen Watson, even Najee working at that cornerback position. Just how's the competition at that particular position, and what have you seen from these younger guys?
Yeah, stiff competition. I mean, the guys are rotating. They're taking advantage of their opportunities. Like I said, though, things are going to unfold themselves as we start getting into the preseason games. We start having some live contact and start seeing how guys perform under pressure. But up to this point, they've been doing an excellent job. I mean, they're hungry. I've said it before, this defensive playbook is not easy, but they've been attacking it in their stride and been doing a good job with it.
What are you seeing from Brian Cook?
Oh, extremely intelligent guy, physical guy. He's going to come in and play a lot of good football for us. He's going to make some plays.
So as a leader, is it a little bit different? Do you feel kind of like you take your helmet off and now you become like an extra assistant coach for all these young guys in this game? How do you describe the role?
I would say more on field motivator and force multiplier. You know what I mean? Definitely not taking the helmet off and standing off to the side, because I never believed in the guys that it would be just pointing on what to do and not just the guy, more so than the guys who are out there leading by example. I've always said that your best players need to be your leaders, and your leaders need to lead by example. So that's the guy that I try and be.
Along those same lines, Justin, as an established starter, an established guy on the defense, how does your mindset change with your approach to a preseason game? Because you're not going to get a lot of action.
It needs to be perfect. Just like you said, the game plan is going to be simple. What they're doing, what we're reading should be simple. The gap scheme should be perfect, especially when we're running out there with the ones. We need to be good technique, good form. There needs to be no mistakes. Yeah.
But it's still your first game as a Chief, and you won the jersey, but what do you feel like your emotions might be like for the first time taking the field as a Chief?
I'll tell you what, I'll be more excited when I get out in front of Chiefs Kingdom and we have a home game. This first one, we're on the road. I've been to Chicago before, and their fans are great too. But I'll be more excited whenever we get here down the road and get to play in Chiefs Stadium.
Justin, we know you got a big leg, but Dave Toke got a tree in the fire the other day.
Oh, yeah, I blew it.
Try.
Yeah, I blew that one. Blew that one. Blew that one.
Did he give you any notice at all? Just throw you in there? What
Hey,
happened?
threw me in. Threw me in straight into the fire. You know what I mean? But that's how it's going to be. Next time I'm going to get some swings in beforehand, try and get those out of there. But if that ever happens, I'll be ready for it. We got an excellent guy who, is going to leave his mark and legacy on this franchise for years to come in Harrison. You know what I mean? So I know there's a lot of chatter, whatever, about, kicker one. Harrison is obviously kicker one, guys. Just put that to bed right now. But if he ever wants to play off, he wants to take a break, I got his back. Yeah. Yeah. Huh?
You need a warm-up. You don't want to go in there cold like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
You've done a kickoff in a preseason game. Just how much would it mean to you if you did get a chance to try a field goal or an extra point?
Oh, that'd be fun. That'd be so fun. I was supposed to get one in that game that I did the kickoffs. We just didn't get in position. The coaches wanted to wait until the fourth quarter to let me get a chance, and we just didn't end up getting down there to kick one. But, hey, second chance.
How much are you campaigning for one of these preseason games?
I'm trying to plant some seeds.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you know what I mean? It's going to be up to the coaches, and whatever they decide, I'm good with.
What's your effective
range
range?
on a field goal?
What's your effective
If you
range?
get a chance to warm up.
In game?
Yeah.
I'd say comfortable around 45. We could stretch it to 50. 50-yard field goal, meaning kicking from the 40 or kicking from the 35.
Left hash, right hash?
Middle left hash. Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. Appreciate you.